when it's a physical brand, that's up Javon's alley, and we need him to be that type of guy. And he's also one of the guys that can go smaller in the forward position. I thought Kobe played an extraordinary game on both sides of the ball, but Javon, just a tough, hard-nosed guy, and that's his brand of game. It was a physical one. It was one of those ones you start out with boxing gloves on, eventually you get to playing some ball, but it was fun to be a part of. But that's his style of game, though.
Dave Matter.
Cuonzo, what'd you think of Jeremiah today? Just really efficient on the offensive end and got 3 blocks, too. He hasn't really blocked a lot of shots for you this year.
High level. It was no question that you had a lot of talented guys on that floor, but no question the best player on the floor, high level. And I'm so happy for him in his last 3 games. I mean, I thought he's played well all season long, but just happy the way he's playing, the pace, the poise, the maturity, the things that he says in huddles and all that just, makes you feel proud as a coach because he's made progress every year. And you start to see his hard work pay off. So, man, but if he's that guy, man, there's not many in America that's better. Might be some just as good, but high-level play on both sides of the ball and then doing it efficiently without fouling. And he's not a guy that doesn't complain if he doesn't get the ball. He just get it off the glass, make the next play. Just really impressive, really impressive.
Aaron Ladd.
Coach, we heard what you had to say after the Mississippi State second half. What do you have to say about this second half today?
Oh, impressive. That's who we are, man. We're a team that shares the ball. We play together. Doesn't matter who leads us in scoring. They really enjoy playing with each other, being around each other. Exton had one of his better games, but he was the best cheerleader on the sideline. It just, man, they're about the right things, man. They value the right things, and all they want to do is win basketball games, be together, have some fun, get on a plane, flight home. And Mississippi State, man, it's just, and credit to Mississippi State, I'm saying Tennessee, both teams beat us. Tennessee both halves and Mississippi State in that second half. And it's one of those things you just kind of sweep it under the rug, keep moving because it's hard to explain what happened. You try your best to forget it, but you got to learn from it and keep plugging.
Sweetie.
Another Tilmon question for you. He kind of played through some double teams. He scored off a couple, I want to say, and he passed out of some. Is that what you want to see from him when teams do double him and kind of focus your attention on him?
Yeah, just like he's really embraced the double. Now he's getting to the middle of the floor in the double. Normally when teams double him in the past, and he spent a lot of time, and that's the other good thing about, having a week off, and even before that, but he spent a lot of time just really seeing when he's being doubled, embracing the double. And we spent a lot of time on doubling from the baseline, the middle, somebody running over the ball a lot. So he sees a lot of different things, and that takes a lot of time to adjust to. You don't see many professional players seeing doubles all the time like that, but just the pace in which he's playing, he's finding an open guy, and just his composure, man, because you don't realize it. You realize it, but unless you're going against him, he's 260 pounds, and he's done a great job with his body. He hitting you and constantly hitting you. Some will give eventually.
Mike Reeves.
Hey, Coach, as well as Jeremiah is playing, is there another level? Does he have more in him?
Oh, no question. I think so. I think if I was a bet man and I'm not a gambler, I'd say 75% right now, as well as he's playing. And just the other pieces, and I won't give you all that because that's between Jeremiah and I that we talk about. But I think there's a little bit more. I would say 80%. Yes.
Tyler.
Coach, you talked earlier this week about how you know what you're getting when you play Texas A&M. That's a really physical game. But yet you guys, for the most part, were able to stay out of foul trouble. So what is kind of the key to guarding without fouling in a game as physical as this one?
Well, the thing that we always say, defend without fouling. That's easier said and done. The way the game's not necessarily officiated, but with the hand checking, you can touch a guy and it's a foul. And then we have guys like them that, Miller, who's a driver, Savion Flagg, a guy that can get you up and down, Jackson, guys that can drive the ball, Gordon, that can drive the ball, make plays. They put pressure on your defense. So you have to be sound. You might have to give up some pull-ups. You're talking about the SEC is a high level of basketball, so everybody can play. You have to defend them without fouling, but more than that, when the shot goes up, you have to block out. You have to put bodies on those guys because they crash the guys, even their guards, and they're physical when they crash. And you can look at their bodies. They've done a phenomenal job in the weight room. So it's not just when the shot goes up. You got to block out and you got to get the ball. And I thought this was, in my opinion, Kobe's best game since he's been in that Mizzou uniform, in my opinion, of that physical brand and going toe-to-toe, and I thought he did a great job.
Eric.
Cuonzo, Drew had foul trouble the past couple games you guys had played, and I think he had 15, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals today. Just what about that? The break led to him having that production today.
More than anything, just rest. I mean, Drew's a good basketball player. Played 37 minutes. He's a good player, and he's good on both ends of the floor. I wouldn't necessarily say he's Pons, but he's probably the next guy in our conference as far as a defense. He doesn't block him like Pons, but he gets steals and do other things. He shut down, perimeter guys. So again, his game is on both sides of the ball. So it's not necessarily you look at it and say he only took 8 shots, he got this and that. What did he do on the defense side of the ball? Was he in foul trouble? Because again, if he's in foul trouble, we're a different team. When he's on the floor, then you see the results because now he's on both sides of the ball. And I thought what he did do tonight, and I know Coach Cohen been on him a lot, he has to be an aggressive scorer. He has to look to score. And that's what he did tonight. It's like, man, you're too good of a player not to look to score the ball. And we need that.
Travis. Okay, Jack.
Cuonzo, you guys turned the ball over 10 times in the first half, only 4 times in the second half, I think. Was that an adjustment on your part or just executing better?
I think executing better. It's not anything. It's not nothing I had to say in the last 3 years. I mean, you can just push plug, record, and you already know what I'm about to say, whatever, when it comes to turnover. But man, just take care of the basketball, man. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's nothing special. Settle down, take care of the ball, be strong with the ball. Because what they do is as good as any team I've seen in America. Is when you're driving the ball, they do a great job of taking charges. They get in position quickly. And if you don't make the pass, you don't jump stop, you'll get a charge. And I think that had a lot to do with some of our turnovers. Then the other part is, not to make any excuses for our guys, they do such a great job of taking charge. You get in the lane, sometimes you might have a layup. Now, you're not shooting it like you need to shoot it because you think somebody getting up on you about to take a charge. So, but no, 14 turnovers too many. And we made the adjustments in the second half.
Joel.
Hey, Cuonzo. Mark Smith hasn't particularly shot the ball too well through these last number of games. Do you think there's a difference? Do you see a difference in his team when he's not shooting the ball well as opposed to, that hot start he had in the beginning of the year?
Well, we need Mark to shoot the ball. He shot 1 for 7 for 3. If he opened from 3 every time, we need that ball to go up. I mean, because he can make shots. We need the ball to go in for Mark because he's a guy that works extremely hard. He works on his game. And he puts pressure on himself if his shots isn't falling because he spends so much time working on his game. So you want to see the shots fall for him. But he's a different player when his shots fall because he's defending at a different level. He's rebounding. He's doing all those things. So, man, we like to see that ball go in for Mark because he put so much time into it and he's such a great guy.
Dave, do you have another one?
Yeah, Cuonzo, there was a point where I think A&M cut it to 10. They had like an 8-0 run there. Kind of the same point of the game when Mississippi State made their run. You went inside twice to Kobe, or Kobe went inside twice. Just that stretch there where you stayed aggressive. Just how important was that to finishing this out?
Well, very, like I said, one of our strengths, getting to the paint, dribble, whether it's via pass or dribbling the ball. Even Dru Smith, get to the paint, put pressure on the defense, man, because we show them on film how teams defend Jeremiah. Jeremiah might not get the ball, but there's 2 guys hovering around him. So you got lanes to drive the ball, settle down, see it. But oftentimes, especially with a team like Texas A&M, because they're physical, hands-on, active, and all that, and they're ready to take charge. You pass it to drive the ball. Not that you fear somebody blocking your shot, but you don't want the charge. But it's like, guys, turn the corner, make a play because they got 2 guys hovering around Jeremiah. Get to the rim, and you'll get great opportunities. I thought Dru Smith and Kobe did a great job in the second half. Even Javon getting to the lane.
Got time for 2 more. Mason.
Hey, Coach. So when the team is struggling to make shots from a certain area of the floor, do you guide the players towards a different shot selection, or do you let the players sort it out on their own?
Man, the thing about it, for the most part, guys take shots that they practice. I mean, it's basketball. I mean, I don't have a mic in their ear. They're not robots. It's basketball. You got to play the game. You spend too much time working on your craft. Play the way you play. And I've never been a guy, man, just say, okay, stop shooting the ball in the game because now that becomes a focus. I might say, guys, we need to drive the ball a little bit more, but I don't necessarily say a guy's name, and it might be, I might nudge an assistant coach to go over to, hey, look at shot fake, look and drive, that sort of thing. But I don't necessarily say to a guy like Mark 1 for 7, man, keep shooting the ball. If there's shots, you practice good shots, keep letting them fly. They'll eventually fall. And that, because his teammates expect that from
him. Mitch.
Cuonzo, Texas A&M started off shooting the ball pretty well, but then had a stretch where I think they missed like 13 or 14 in a row, missed 7 threes in a row. Do did you make any kind of defensive adjustment, or did you feel like guys were settling in after
Settle down and play basketball. Don't allow your offense to dictate how you defend. Like that first three, I think Gordon hit. It was breakdown defensive by Dru. I think Dru Smith gave up 10 points early on his breakdown, so it wasn't necessarily anything that they did. His breakdown. Again, man, what do you call it? Timeout? I said timeout of 2 minutes in the game and on stuff that we've gone over several times. I mean, that's maturity and understanding that can't happen. There are other things that will take place. They might run a play that we hadn't seen before. Okay, let's make an adjustment. But stuff that we know is coming, you have to be prepared for it.
Last one, Travis.
Yeah, Coach. Just with the break that you had in play, how do you feel like your players responded coming back? And do you think there was any bit of a slow start in getting back into things in the second half?
I mean, if anything, I mean, you have to give credit to Texas A&M because that, like I said, that pressing, they getting back and they running that shit, taking charge in the lane, all that, and they were active and aggressive. And I think the other part that kind of maybe. And the players didn't say this, but maybe startled some guys with their lineups. It was a unique lineup, a lineup we hadn't seen starting the game. It's almost as if we go into a game and Jeremiah, Tilmon, and Dru Smith aren't starting. You're looking like, what's going on? And you don't want your guys let their guards down. But nobody said that. But just settle in and play basketball. Maybe some of the residue after the Mississippi State game. Who knows? But I don't spend a lot of time harping on past games outside of some specific. We got to keep moving.